Hello everyone. In this video, I will demonstrate how to use Wavicle's EZConvertBI to analyze Power BI reports. EZConvertBI is an agentic solution available as a marketplace offering in the AWS Transform Service. AWS Transform Service is a cloud platform that offers a lot of agentic solutions that help with migration, modernization, and transformation of data products. What you see here is the landing page of the AWS Transform Service. You have something called workspaces, which is nothing but a container where you can create jobs, store artifacts, and collaborate with other transformation jobs. You can either create a new workspace using this button here, or you can select any of the existing workspace. For the purpose of this demo, I'm going to pick an existing workspace. When you enter the workspace, you have few menu items, and also you have a create job button that will help you to create a new job to do the Power BI report analysis. Let me go ahead and create new job. As you can see, you can pick from any of the existing solutions like mainframe modernization, Windows modernization, or in our case, it is going to be the BI migration. Wavicle has 4 different marketplace agentic offerings. We have a Power BI analyzer agent and a Power BI to QuickSight conversion agent. Likewise, we have a Tableau analyzer agent and a Tableau to QuickSight converter agent. For this demo, we're going to pick the Wavicle Power BI analyzer agent. As you can see here, it is starting the agentic workflow, and the state has changed from starting to running, which means the agent is now ready. Let's initiate the process by prompting that we need help with analyzing few Power BI dashboards. Here we go. So I think this is the magic prompt which will trigger the workflow of the agent. Soon you will see the different process that is going to happen within the agentic workflow. And you will also see a couple of panels appear on the left and the right. Yeah, as you can see, it's starting to help with the Power BI analysis. It is giving us some steps, and I think there is also some prerequisites. You definitely need a Power BI service credential, which is basically a connection strings to connect to the Power BI service. You will also need a 64-bit Windows machine with the Power BI desktop installed and permission to run some exe files. This is mandatory to run the agent to do the Power BI analysis. Okay, and I think it has started putting the plan together. As you can see, I think it has listed 5 different steps. Step 1 is basically a credential step, and as you can see, there is a job plan panel on the left. It lists all the different steps. It is also showing us the current status where it's waiting for a user input. I'm going to go ahead and click this. Okay, now it's showing a different panel on the right. This is basically the form panel or the detail panel where user will start giving some inputs. So I'm going to pick one of the existing credential that is already pre-configured. Let's submit it. So basically for the credential, you will need the Azure AD client ID and client secret and the tenant ID. This is needed to connect to the Power BI service to retrieve the metadata and do the analysis. I think it is doing things in the background, and soon you will see the status change and it will start taking us to the next steps. Here we go. Now the status is changed to in progress. Yeah, the credential step is complete. Soon you will see the result of the credential connection step. So as you can see, the connection is successful. I think it's able to connect to the Power BI service. It's able to find 17 workspaces on the account. Now I think we will move to the next step where we will select some workspaces for us to analyze. So as it changed the status now, it's now awaiting of our input. So I'm going to click on this button and the form panel shows up again. I need to pick the workspace where we have our reports that we want to analyze. So I'm going to pick the PBI demo workspace and click on submit. This step is complete. And then move to the next step. Yep, now it's showing us it is finding 19 reports in this workspace. So let's go ahead and pick some reports for us to analyze. Okay, I want to just analyze the user streaming analysis report. So I'm going to pick that and submit. As you can see, there's 3 different components in the AWS transform. One is the job plan. There's a chat interface where it displays a lot of output text, and also there is a prompt text box where you can give your prompt, and you can also, in between the flow, ask anything that you want to as a question to the chat agent. And then the detail panel or the form panel is the third component, which will enable us to select certain things and give more input to the agent. Okay, now we are in the execution step, and it has few sub steps. As you can see, I've expanded it. So it will do a few things. It will basically download the report, do some analysis, package it, and I'll show you there is a manual step that is needed, which I will show you in a minute. Yep, it's prepared the reports. As you can see, it's successfully downloaded the report onto the server. It's showing us the report name and the size of the report, and it's going to package it for us. Right, so the package is ready for us to download. It's a zip file. You basically need to download it on your Windows machine. If you remember, I called out there is a prerequisite that you need to run this in a browser on a 64-bit Windows machine with Power BI desktop installed and the permissions to run the exe files. So this is a prerequisite for us to analyze the dashboards. I think as you can see, there's like bunch of steps outlined. You need to download, you need to extract the zip. You'll see, an exe and few folders. PBX folder is where all the reports will be downloaded to, and then there's a logs folder as well. And then the last step is to basically extract the report, which basically is done through like running the exe file. and you will automatically see a source underscore timestamp dot zip file that will be created in the same directory. Once that is done, you need to upload it back into the AWS transform into the artifact section. Let's see if the package is ready. I think the package is ready now for us to download. I'm going to click on this download icon. It's going to download into your local system. I'm going to show you the manual steps that you need to do after it downloads. So now that we have downloaded the Power BI extract, let's try to run the exe. Okay, first you need to extract the zip file. So I'm gonna, as you can see, there's a PBAX wrapper exe file. Along with it, there is a couple of folders. PBAX folder where you have the report downloaded, and you have the logs folder. It's currently empty. Okay, let me go open my command prompt to run the exe file. Okay, all that you need to do is run the exe file, and it will extract the PBX file. It will get the metadata and extract all the information. That was quick. So as I explained previously, so once that execution is complete, you will have a source underscore timestamp dot zip file created. So this is what you need to continue with the next step. So let's go back to the AWS transform. I'm going to go to the artifacts menu where you can now upload an artifact. So let's choose the source underscore timestamp file, and let's upload it. Okay, I think the upload is complete. Yeah, we can see the uploaded file here. And let's go back to the job plan and continue the next steps. So let's click on the package generation step, which is awaiting a user input. You need to confirm that you have downloaded the package and executed the extraction tool and uploaded the source underscore timestamp zip file back to the artifact store, which we have done it just now. So I'm going to click on submit. Okay, the status has changed and it's proceeding with the next step, which has few sub steps which I've expanded right now. It's going to retrieve the report data and I think it will load it back into the analysis. Yeah, here we go. So this is the details about what is in the zip file. So it is 59.83 KB, and I think we need to confirm whether this is the file we want to proceed with the analysis. I'm going to say yes and submit. Okay, we move on to the next step. So this is a cost estimation step. You know, basically this is the cost that you will incur for analyzing this workbook or dashboard. So I think our estimated cost is 50 cents. I'm going to say yes. Cool. I think we've completed the processing step. Now we are in the analysis step, right? It is initializing the analysis. and that's complete as well. Now it's starting to run the analysis. Yep, I think we are kind of at the end of the analysis. So yeah, this is what it's going to do for the analysis. It's you know the agent is processing the report, and it will analyze the dataset structures, calculator fields, measures, visual components, data relationships, and any other complexity metrics. So this will take few minutes to analyze all the different uh, aspect of the dashboard, and you will see when the output is generated that it'll basically have all the detailed information about the report. Okay, so I think we are done with the analysis step. I think we're at the last step, which is generating the summary output. Yeah, this is what is displayed here. Analysis is complete. Is the user streaming analysis dashboard, and the approximate cost is 50 cents. Yep. So this is the summary of the analysis that's displayed as a table. As you can see, you know, it has a total of the dashboard. The user streaming analysis dashboard has a total of 17 sheets. And then, it has two pages, one embedded data source, there's one database connection, and the cost is 50 cents. So the agent is now preparing the report that can be downloaded as a CSV. Yep. So this is what I meant. So let's download this report. So now that we have downloaded the summary report, I have extracted the report here. It's an Excel file. So I'm going to show you how it looks. So this is the summary analysis summary file where there are a lot of tabs. So the first tab is a summary tab. It's going to show you like high level summary. So it's showing us that there is one workbook, and then it has two dashboards in it. There is a complexity categorization that happens automatically, in the analysis. So I think we have categorized that as a medium report. So it is categorized. It has categorized the reports as one medium and one very high. And I think the next is basically the chart types. So these are the different chart types that it is able to identify. So for example, you know these are the charts. There's a card, there's a pie chart, there's a table, there's an area chart, there's a line chart, there's a horizontal bar, there's a KPI, there's a tree map. So these are the charts that's available in the dashboard. So the dashboards sheet is going to give you like the different, it's going to list the different type of dashboards. I think the key takeaways here is, you'll see the dashboard name. I think it's going to show you the complexity and then the complexity score. So one of this is a medium complexity with a score of 140. The user streaming analysis dashboard is a very high with a 310 complexity score. And I think it is also showing us the sheet count, whereas the first dashboard has only one sheet. The user streaming analysis dashboard has 10 sheets, so I think it's adding to the complexity. So the next sheet is the workbook sheet. So it is giving you a summary of what is available in the workbook. There is 2 dashboards and 11 sheets. So you will see any published data sources here. So as we noted previously, there is only one embedded data source that's listed here, and it has other metadata like filters and relationships and all that stuff. If there are any parameters used in the workbook dashboard, it will be listed over here. So the database connections uh, is listed here. It's a text scan. As you can see, there's a file that is used. So the next is the dataset definitions. Um, yeah, it's telling us what is the data table name, and then whether it's embedded, what type of schema, whether it's an import or direct um, query, and then it's gonna tell you like what's the connection type, different columns. So I think you will see all of this in this sheet. So the next sheet is the transform sheet, where it's showing us the different transforms used. So this is the table name. It's giving us what's the transform, and the function is captured over here. So it's a lot of details that is captured in this in this summary analysis sheet. So I'm going to quickly navigate to the next one, which is basically capturing any calculator fields. There are different uh, parameters that is captured here, and this is the overall conversion summary. So we have identified, you know, um, 2 dashboards within the workbook, total of 11 sheets, and everything is kind of, you know, basically, supported for conversion. And again, like this is a summary of the different chart types, and whether it is supported for conversion or not. This is a sheet view where it's capturing the different sheets and the different parameters like the fields, the dashboards, details, and and the sheet names. So yeah, these are the these are the details that's captured in the sheets. And you have the chart reports, where now again, like there's more details about like the different charts, and you know again, whether it is possible to convert them into QuickSight. Table relations sheet is to capture any relation between different tables. And then this is the most important um, sheet. So this rationalization summary sheet is gonna tell you like I'll give you more insights about like what's the um, what do we think about this dashboard? Like when was it created, updated? What's the complexity? Um, and it's gonna show you a lot of details. And then the last one is the rationalized dashboards. if there are dashboards that we think are duplicates, um, that I think the agent thinks is duplicates based on the different visuals, fields, calculations, all things considered, it's going to rationalize and score it as what's the matching percentage, whether some of the dashboards are duplicates. And I think it will also tell you based on usage analysis whether some of the dashboards are used or unused, whether you need to convert into QuickSight or not. So that's the end of this demo. So I think we've seen what you will get out of this analyzer agent. So we are able to get the analysis done. Um, so we see the report, and then we can take some decisions as to which dashboards need to be converted, and what's the complexity level that will take to convert these dashboards, and what is the effort, etc. So I think this is the purpose of this analysis agent. Hope hope you find it useful. Thank you.